So as I talk to the camera in a way I wanted and I dreamt of doing when I was a 16-year-old, I cannot help but wonder, how can we allow this fear of doing what we feel like doing be greater than our dream itself? How can we allow the fear to disappoint others to be greater than the fear to disappoint ourselves? Why we need to be informed that we're about to die to finally start doing what gives us pleasure and to pursue our dream. Good morning, little bees. What a wonderful day to talk to you. Can you notice how my courage already improved? As a way to celebrate almost 2 months of YouTube, I decided to share with you guys today a story I love because I resonated so much with the idea behind it. And it's a story of my tattoo that I just got in so 2 weeks ago. It's very funny how life just puts you on the right track to meet the right people at the right time. I wanted to have a tattoo ever since I was 16. And it's right at the time when I started thinking about maybe starting a YouTube channel, and I was not courageous enough and always hesitant about it and always finding excuses not to do it. But of course, about getting a tattoo, there were also parents involved. It's not like you're 16 and then you just decide to do it. Or you could do it and then get grounded forever, in my case. So I was about to go to Seoul, and when I wrote to my friend, she told me that she was about to get a tattoo. And I said, all right, I'm gonna get one too. I had no idea for the design of the tattoo, but I just knew that I'm finally ready to do it. Even if it's gonna be a mistake, I'm gonna own it up. It's something that I always wanted to do. No matter how many times I reflected on its disadvantages and advantages, I knew that I'm going to do it one day, especially now that I'm sure I'm not going to have any job prohibiting such distinctive features. So I decided to go and get my tattoo at this artist in Korea, and of course you get there and then you start to discuss the design of your tattoo, and she's recommending you things, and then you can have a conversation with them. It's almost like any hair salon. So it's in her little art studio, and I asked her, why did she become a tattoo artist? And she told me that it was actually a life event that changed everything. It has always been her dream to be a tattoo artist. However, because of social expectations, because of how society interprets tattoos in Korea, and because of all the negative stereotypes around it, she could never really see it as a career and was never encouraged by her parents or by her friends to do it. So I was really curious, although she was in the art field, what was the point in her life that made her change and become the person who would tattoo my tattoo, my design. And then she took a deep breath and paused right there. And she told me that in 2020, she got diagnosed with cancer. And when she found out about that, she realized that she cannot die without doing the one thing that she always wanted to do in life, which is become a tattoo artist. So she resigned immediately after she got her diagnosis, and she became an apprentice in a tattoo artist studio. And then she got her first clients. She loved it. And then some weeks after, she was actually informed the results from the biopsy came back. She was informed that actually she did not have cancer. But the decision had already been taken, and she was living the best of her life based on a decision that she took when, I quote, she said, I thought I died. And she was born again into a world where she would never compromise on what she always wanted to do. So as I talk to the camera in a way I wanted and I dreamt of doing when I was a 16-year-old, I cannot help but wonder, how can we allow this fear of doing what we feel like doing be greater than our dream itself? How can we allow the fear to disappoint others to be greater than the fear to disappoint ourselves? Why we need to be informed that we're about to die to finally start doing what gives us pleasure and to pursue our dream. When I heard her story, I was absolutely thrilled because the community that I'm trying to build, the Superbee Hive, is exactly about this. It's about starting doing what you're meant to do and following your passion and your true interest and discovering what this passion and true interest is way before you are on your deathbed or you are threatened by some disease. And actually, it's about understanding that the most precious thing we have on this planet is the time we have from point A when we are birthed to point B where we die. And that point B when we die renders everything meaningless. Indeed. So the question is not, is life meaningless? It's because life is meaningless that maybe we need to constantly be reminded of the meaning we want to attribute to it and of the purpose we want to fulfill and to pursue. And again, one of my favorite things about purpose is that it's not an end goal. It's been 2 months already since I started pursuing one of my greatest dreams that I had since I was a teenager. How did I do that? I heard someone saying that you should be talking to the camera as if you're talking to your best friend. And you know what? I'm good at that. In fact, I love public speaking. And you might not know this because I'm so awkward whenever I still record my videos. It's been only 2 months and it has been a great ride. Pursuing a dream, it's still awkward because there is almost like this glass ceiling between me and you, and I never know who I'm talking to. I never get real feedback, but I'm gonna get better and better, I promise. As I'm here on a rooftop in Singapore, talking to a camera, thinking it's my best friend, I don't care about the results. I already feel proud that I'm finally doing something I've always wanted to do, and that if tomorrow something happens, I know that I live the life I always wanted to live, and that I made every day count. My journey in the community I'm trying to build here is about doing things from a place of love, and because of this, not allowing fears of others to interfere with the projection of love and war. And yes, I always wanted to be a YouTuber when I was a teenager. I didn't have the courage to do it. I allowed the fear with my dream, but it's never too late to start. I'm almost twice the age I was when I started to shape this dream without having an idea about what I was trying to achieve. But now everything is much clearer. And I think for my tattoo artist as well, the moment she finally realized the weight of her dream changed everything. And she probably lives every day now knowing the true value of her decision, which is to live life in such a way that when death finally arrives, you can just be happily taken away, leaving behind the story you wanted to write and having contributed to the life of others.